So we have the new mythical marathon coming up in a few days. Yes, it's a mythical marathon, not a heroic marathon, with a new mythical update coming very shortly. But before all of that kicks off, today we have two spicy boys to get hatching. You'll see there's only one new dragon that I'm going to be getting today, but we do have your boys Corrupted Legend and Corrupted Chaos to get hatching today. Now, I will say that this Corrupted event as a whole has actually been incredibly giving, surprisingly, and has allowed for some pretty easy trades with other people. But I guess we should place our Corrupted Chaos over here and finish off that full Corrupted Dragon collection, since we did manage to get high Corrupted time from his heroic marathon as well. But you know, both Corrupted Legend and Corrupted Chaos are actually pretty good dragons. They're basically like a mixture between vampires and titans, and I mean, people love vampires. Titans are pretty meh, but once you put a shield on them and you've got the healing capabilities from vampires, these two bad boys can actually be really, really solid picks. I'm just going to take them to 35 for now, but getting Corrupted Chaos finally after all this time, the real way, rather than just, you know, buying like Corrupted Legend in the shop, which is what we did before, feels good as a collector in this game. So there is Corrupted Chaos, and now if we go to our collection section, you will see that the ultimate corruption has been completed. So every single one of these corrupted dragons is down skis, and again, most of these I got either via trades or just from events over time. But we claim this, we get some gems, and we get a decoration. Isn't that crazy? All of that effort, all of those dragons for a decoration. Wow, crazy. How good is that? It's not. But anyway, that is your only reward for actually completing this full collection. Maybe they knew that it was going to be quite a bit easier than some of the others if they had an entire event dedicated to it. And of course, some people are going to be going for the high corrupted time skin. I'm not. I just want to get the dragons. But either way, that is Chaos. And then we also have our boy Corrupted Legend. Now, the reason why I'm going to be hatching this guy is because we can turn this man into more dragon orbs. And the reason why we might want to get orbs out of this duplicate, well, we could have two Corrupted Legends in theory as well if we really wanted to E5 a second one. But the main reason it might be a good idea to take this guy to level 30 and rank him up is purely for trading fodder. Corrupted Legend is not an easy dragon to get. Again, this event's made him a little bit easier than it was before, but the orbs for this dragon, you could easily trade them out for things like, you know, karmas or other usually really annoying dragons to get. Some people might even trade these orbs out for the Walking Dead dragon orbs, for instance. So having little Pookie over here should help us with that, but it would be a very good idea to rank this guy up. I'm not a fan of trying to rank things up to then use the orbs anymore, because it just takes a lot of time. But when it's for a dragon that's as difficult to get as, say, Corrupted Legend, Corrupted Chaos, if you get a dupe of them, I highly, highly recommend that you do in fact rank them up and then recall them at level 30. Why does he look so squished? Is it just me? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. He looks very squished in that habitat, but anyway. Those are the two spicy boys from today. If you've been taking part in the Corrupted Timeline collection, I hope that you managed to get everything that you wanted out of it. I only got like 38 out of 100, although I will get some more of these from the quests. And one thing that I will mention about the Corrupted quests, since they are currently ongoing, is that since we will have the puzzle event in a day's time, I've mentioned it before, but saving at least some of your Corrupted Dragon quests so that you can save them for the puzzle event, I think would be a really good idea. Ideally, I would have saved a few more, but I wanted to get the Corrupted Insignias a bit sooner. But if you've got any of these Corrupted Dragons hatched now, even with the Heroic quest, you can save them for puzzle event and get loads and loads of free puzzle moves out of it. So that's why I'm sort of saving these. They're just sitting here, and since we've got all of them, you know, we can use all of them in these quests. So bear all of that in mind with the upcoming puzzle event, because it will have event items in it. I do have another new dragon as well, Winter Phoenix, which I think is a nice little cute one that we can get hatching as well. But in terms of new dragons, whenever I get new dragons, I tend to level them up at least to like level 20, just so that then they can help in dragon rescues. Although saying that, I don't think I've actually done a dragon rescue in like a month. I think after the bolt grind happened, I was just sort of like done with rescue grinding for a little while, but we've been saving up all of our keys. How many keys do we actually have now? We have 700 keys. That's okay. It's not tons, but it's also not a small amount of keys. I was saving these for a while because we used to get special dragons that used to appear in here. But otherwise, I'm mainly just looking for, you know, new dragons, because screw empowering stuff. I am here for collecting new stuff. So it would be any of these that aren't yet owned, mainly the ones that we don't have enough orbs for yet. So probably the ones at 0 orbs or close to 0 orbs that I'd be going for. And some of these dragons are part of collections as well, and just like with this corrupted collection that we had, rather than doing it for the corrupted dragons, you've got all of these mini collections to complete as well. I would love to have all of these collections completed one day before I ever quit the game. I think that would be a nice little thing to have all of this done. That's a lot of dragons though. But anyway, like I mentioned, we do have puzzle event coming up. We do also have current tower event, and I will be honest, I have been getting absolutely screwed in this tower event. My drops have been awful in terms of my rolls to get the lotus flowers and things like that. It has not been a good time. And that can happen in these events. Like if I want to go for this other lotus flower, I don't really need the corrupted insignia anymore because, you know, we've already got what we need. But like I just keep getting ×3 drops, and it's just not being nice. It's been like this the whole time. So yeah, we could have guaranteed gone for this lotus leaf over there, which we probably should have done, but you know, it's just one of those things with tower events. Sometimes you will just get absolutely screwed over with tower events if you're going for the event items. Other times you're going to have the easiest time of your life. But to be honest with you, I'm not really hard grinding this collection anyway. I don't really care enough about it. Like, sure, I'll pick up the extra rewards or whatever that are available, but I'm not going to lose sleep over missing this one. We did just get the High Passion one done after all. Speaking of which, yes, High Passion has been empowered a couple of times, and we will be doing the quests for her, but she's currently sitting at level 50 silver. Hopefully she will get to level 56 plat 3 soon enough, and she's another dragon that we'll probably end up with quite a few extra orbs for. But the heroic combat quests are done skis, so if I look at the amount that we have to empower her right now, we have, okay, she's not appearing there, but we currently have 1,200 orbs, so of course E5 would be 800, but then we're going to get the bonus orbs from the quest anyway, so this should be an easy E5, to be honest with you. We shouldn't need to really trade either, like with Nakria and Asswing, we shouldn't need to be doing any trades for these dragons, which is nice. But we do still have Empower Happy Hour, and this will be the final time, really, that you can do this potentially before Mythic Update comes in. So, like, if you do have orbs to use, I've only got 64 Legend ones, so doesn't really bother me. But if you do have a particular legendary dragon that's like a Cat 10 that you want to empower, do it now. That would be my advice, just in case when the Mythic Update drops, it is awful, which it very well may be. At this point in time, we don't have enough information, I don't think, but definitely get in on that if you want to give yourself the best chance possible. But aside from that, I will say that since Puzzle Event is coming up, I'm going to give you the usual pre-warnings coming up to Puzzle Event. So make sure that you have the right food planted. So for instance, with food, you're probably going to want to throw in some one-day timer food just so that you can insta-collect from those. I'd always recommend that with interstellar fruit. It depends on how much gold you have really, which I've been doing a lot of food farming, so I don't really have very much. But aside from that, if you pop in, like, say, the piranha plants, that's a 12-hour cooldown. And then if you've got a bunch of these, then you should at least be able to clear the first set of, you know, food collectings quite easily that way. It's just about making the most of your time in Puzzle Event, getting all of those extra items and getting whatever you can out of the events, really. But, aside from that, there's not really too much else to note, apart from collect your lotus leaves, do your arena battles, and just be on the lookout for the upcoming events, because we already know what they are, since, you know, it's in the news section. We know that Mythic Update's coming as well, and also make sure that you're logging in for your daily streak on the website as well, because you can get bonuses of those special Lunar New Year items, and you can also get the Plasma Insignias as well. And coming up to Plasma Insignias, of course, if you're like me at 31 out of 42, you'll probably want to pick up at least one more of these purple chests. So there's a lot of collections going on at the moment. The corrupted one has been a pretty major one for a lot of people to get lots of dragons. But I do really like these events. I do, because even though the basic rewards, like the silver chest is whatever, the gold chest, well, you can, you know, get heroic drops. It's not too bad. But having these guaranteed chests where you can get, even if it's just one corrupted dragon, that means that people are willing to trade the orbs out quite a lot. And free high corrupted time dragon orbs, who doesn't like those? But definitely if you want to get trading these guys, do it now, because everyone is hot trading them. Like, I think I must have done like 700 orbs in like one sitting, just 4 hours straight of trading after waking up at 3 a.m. the other day. I'm not even kidding. I just woke up at 3 a.m. and I was like, what will I do with my time? Ah, yes, let's trade corrupted dragons. And it was like that for hours. And that's the use of the trading channels and getting everything like that done. Getting these collections done free to play is possible. It's just more difficult than, you know, if you're going to spend the money to level up dragons, get free dragons. But it is doable still, because trading is very useful in this game. So do not forget about it. I'm going to pop Conqueror in here as well, because we'll have this guy done pretty much just before... Well, if I get my time skip, then we can finish him like on the dot when the puzzle event begins, and then we're going to have him here. But of course, with puzzle event, you're going to have to do specific breeds, so you're going to need those slots in your breeding and hatchery sections. But I just go for random breeds sometimes, or go for very specific breeds just to see if I can get some of the extra dragons from the breeding island. You know, you're not always going to get what you want, but hopefully you will get at least something eventually, because we do get the occasional dragon from breeding event island. But anyway, I guess for now that is everything that I wanted to make note of today. But Corrupted Chaos, if you're going to ask me, will I be using Corrupted Chaos in a team? Well, I could, honestly speaking, because I use Corrupted Legend. Corrupted Chaos is still a very good dragon, and of course in their specific arenas they can have a lot of really good use, but it's a lot of resources to think about, and when Mythic comes in, he's going to be the new Mythic rarity, so is it going to really be worth throwing him up instead of a different dragon? Well, we'll decide, but it would be lovely to have, you know, an E5 Corrupted Legend and Corrupted Chaos. But just know that this dragon is a decent one, just like Corrupted Legend is. You can take them to E5 if you want to, but make sure you bear in mind all of the elements that you've got and which sort of arenas you're lacking in, and then you level up the dragons that will help you in those specific arenas. But I'm happy we finally got this guy, more dragons for the collection. Am I at 400,000 points yet? We're not really focusing on arena chests this time, but I am at, oh yes, we're at 404,000 master points. Lovely jubbly. And so I guess the next goal is going to be 500,000 master points. Is it for any particular reason? No, just to have a big number, that's all. 500,000 should be a nice one. I do want to get to 1,500 uniques because I've slowed down a little bit because I ran out of habitat space for a while. We got a bit more, but 1,500 uniques, 500,000 master points, that's the only thing I want. For no other reason than I just want more dragons. So that is my game. That is what I'm going to do. But I do wish you the very best of luck. I hope that you get everything that you want out of these current events, and make sure you are prepared for puzzle events and the new mythic drop.